This isn't what we expected to find in Key West, but welcome to the Conch Republic. Our last detour took us on a road trip down the Florida Keys in what was one of our most memorable experiences.
Now we're in Key West, which is the southernmost destination in the continental US, so we are going to find out exactly what there is to do here.
And we're going to share with you some things we wish we knew before visiting. So if you're planning a trip to this beautiful island paradise, make sure to stick around for some valuable tips and insights based on our experience.
Don't you know, big sun shining on my face.
Key West is the most popular destination in the Florida Keys, but the one thing I like about it the most is that it's a little bit quirky. You'll see what I mean in the video.
We are at the southernmost point in the continental US. This is just like a fun touristy photo op. If you're going to go here, a couple of tips: get here early. We are here at 7:47 a.m. and there is already a couple of people snapping photos. Other piece of advice: don't hang around the area because you will get suckered into taking everyone and their mother's photo. So trade off, like take the people's photo who are behind you or in front of you, but do not loiter in the area because you will be the photographer of the day.
I really like this area of the Keys. I mean, granted it's early, but it feels a little bit more laid back and the houses are really colorful.
Driving to Key West is a lot of fun. It's beautiful and is about 110 miles from Key Largo. But once you get here, parking is a bit of a nightmare. You'll spend more time sitting in traffic or looking for a parking space than you would if you would have just walked.
It is a lot of street parking. I'm sure there's paid lots somewhere, but we didn't really look for those. I don't know. But they do have a lot of street parking blocked off for the residents, which absolutely makes sense, not complaining about that. But maybe allow for some extra time if you're trying to park or just get here early and spend the whole day here.
Ooh, something's coming over me. You know I'm ready for a good time, and now I'm soaking in the sunshine.
Ooh. Ooh. Key West has a lot of chickens and it's kind of like a mutual partnership here. You don't bother them and they won't bother you much, unless you have food, and then you kind of have to just shoo them away.
With parking, if you don't want to pay like $20 an hour or spend your entire day looking for a parking spot, we found this little parking lot. I think it's by Fort Zachary. Don't know if we can park here, but there's no sign saying you can't, and there's other cars here, so
Sharing all the secrets.
we're sharing some secrets.
Don't yell at us if you're from here, and
And this is your secret lot.
don't yell at us.
Also, it's like maybe half a mile from Duval Street. So if you don't mind walking a little bit and you don't want to pay for parking, this is a good little spot. And I think we found a gem.
And it wouldn't be a detour if we didn't stumble into someplace interesting. Apparently it's Ernest Hemingway's birthday this weekend, and Sloppy Joe's puts on a look-alike contest. In full disclosure, neither one of us knows much about Hemingway or what he really looked like, so we had to look him up. And a few of the seasoned vets had quite the fan club.
Has been used for centuries as a signal and to celebrate special occasions. Tonight we celebrate that the papas and the mamas of the Hemingway Lookalike Society have returned to Sloppy Joe's in Key West. Long live the papas, long live the mamas, long live the Conch Republic!
So that was chaos. I did not expect that many people to show up for a lookalike contest. Like, that was crazy.
I'm not yucking their yum, but it is a very interesting thing to be very, very passionate about.
Let me back up a little bit because we haven't really explained what was going on. So that was at Sloppy Joe's, and every year in July they have a Ernest Hemingway lookalike contest. Fact check me on that, but I think it's for his birthday. And every year around this time, they have 3-day contests to find the best lookalike of Ernest Hemingway. One guy just ripped open his shirt and showed his belly. I think he's my favorite. Speed racer golf cart.
Duval Street is the heart of downtown Key West, and it's where most people congregate in the evenings. There are a ton of bars and restaurants on Duval Street, but it's not the only place for good food. Our next video is going to show you all the amazing places we ate at while we were here.
When there is nothing left to gain, I've been talking in my sleep. You were lying next to me.
So after yesterday's shenanigans at Sloppy Joe's with the lookalike contests, we decided to try and learn a little bit more about Ernest Hemingway, so we stopped by the Hemingway house. Now, we aren't going to film inside, but if you guys do want to check it out, tickets cost like $18 per person. So you get a guided tour, you get to get inside, see where he lived, where he wrote,
See the six-toed cat.
see the six-toed cats in the garden area and everything in his house.
So there are about 60 cats that live in this house right now. And every six-toed cat on
Hemingway has seemed to have such an impact on Key West, so I was determined to learn more about him while we were here. What I know is he's an author, and he wrote Old Man in the Sea, which I have read, but what I didn't know is he lived an interesting and troubled life that was highly publicized. It was also a surprise to know that he served in both world wars. The distillery here is also a tribute in his honor, and it's here you can try Hemingway's favorite drink.
So we made our way through lots of traffic into Fort Taylor, and this is really kind of cool because you can basically do a self-guided tour through the fort, and then you can go to the beach afterwards, or you can go to the beach and then come back here and do the tour. So, this beach is a little crowded. It's nice though.
The beach itself is beautiful, but be prepared to walk on some rocks and hunt for a good spot.
Rockies.
No, the beach is just small. The water doesn't look crowded, which I always prefer. I don't really care if the beach is crowded as long as like you have room in the water.
I've already stepped in the water to clear off our mass. It's not refreshing, but it's nice. It's like lukewarm. So it's probably why it's not a lot of people in there, because you probably only stay in there for like 5 minutes before you get heat stroke.
Cook like a hard-boiled egg.
One thing to note, Key West is really hot and really humid. We mentioned in our last video that water temperatures in the Keys reached 90 degrees while we were there.
Water temperature today, I just googled it, is 90 degrees.
And swimming at Fort Zachary felt like a bathtub. Maybe even a hot tub.
That was warm.
It's deep fast though.
It does get deep fast.
Kind of scary.
I don't know how horrible this audio is going to sound, but it's pretty nice if you can swim out to these rocks. And there's some pretty colorful fish underneath of them too. Okay, back to the beach.
Sunset in the Keys is spectacular, and Mallory Square is a very popular place to watch the sun go down. Every evening, locals and tourists gather here. We got here right before sunset, so maybe we came at the wrong time, but I was expecting to see a bit more fanfare, maybe some more vendors and street performers.
Thoughts? Hot. So what are your thoughts on Key West so far?
Cute, hot, humid. Not probably the most affordable vacation destination, but definitely like you need to come here at least once type of place.
Yeah.
Okay, you might be able to find some free things to do, but we found that most things to keep you busy come with a cost. But still, it's definitely worth a visit, and I think I could see us coming back here. The other big thing to keep in mind, just for the Keys in general, is that these keys are not close together. From Key Largo all the way down to Key West, you're usually looking at over a 2-hour drive.
But as always, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to our channel so that you
Never miss a detour. Ooh, there's a drone.
And it's not Tony.
And it's not me.
If you want more behind the scenes content and more bloopers, we're launching a Patreon. Click the link below to join our waitlist.